Hi. I just wanted to give everyone an update on what's going on with Elora, with her medical stuff, and just what's going on with the Bosch family and what we're trying to accomplish, and what's going on this week. So many people reached out to us. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for the resources that you provided for us to schedule Elora's surgery. I'm excited to say that we postponed it, and I'm going to tell you why. So when we scheduled Elora's surgery, October of last year, we went to a conference and there was a lot of different providers. We learned a lot about her condition. And there was basically like new things that could be done to help her condition, except they're not available in this country. We didn't have the resources for one procedure and definitely didn't have the resources for two. And so we made this decision then that we were going to go ahead with surgery. We didn't believe for both. And so, praise God, we got a large sum from a nonprofit after all of Elora's surgery money had been funded. And so between her fundraiser and the money from the nonprofit and money that we had saved ourselves for the surgery, we finally found ourselves in a position thinking maybe we could do more, maybe we could do all of it. And I just want to explain what it all is. And so there are two different, I'm going to get a little technical, skip over if you're not interested in that kind of part. But Elora has a lymphatic malformation, so that's the growth on her face. It is comprised or was comprised of macrocysts and microcysts, macro being the bigger ones, micro being the smaller ones. Macrocysts, her macrocysts were treated in the NICU by injecting a medicine called bleomycin into the cyst, and that basically like blew up the cyst, and then it turns into scar tissue. And so if you do an ultrasound on her, you can see where it was and what the scar tissue is, and that part of that cyst is dead. And unfortunately, there was not anything available to target her macrocysts, which is what's left of her large malformation. And so she's been on this medicine for the last almost 3 years of her life, basically since she was born, called sirolimus. It's a low-grade chemo. And basically it does a lot of really harmful things to her body, but it also keeps her lymphatic malformation at bay. So it has caused teeth decay, softness, like a brittleness to her tissue and to her bones. And while she's on that medication, she is immunocompromised. And so all of that to say, we would love to get her off of that medication. Super grateful for what it's done for her so far, but I don't see it as a long-term solution. We also don't know the long-term side effects. And so we know what chemo does to a body, but we don't know what small doses over the course of really 20, 30 years will do. And so we spoke to a doctor during the conference. He's like the vascular birthmark doctor of the year. And he said that he had something to treat her microcysts. It's not available in this country. And because of the FDA, the cost to get it approved through the FDA, it's just not worth it for them financially to request it. They'll never make their money back because it's such a rare condition and such few people need this. So we tried going through insurance, have not had any success yet, but we just got like an official denial this week. But we are going to appeal it after the procedure. So until really Friday, we weren't sure if we were going. We weren't sure if insurance was going to cover it. We weren't sure who was going. We have childcare set up for our son, and we have just like really family that's helping us care for him, and friends that are coming alongside to babysit, and a really great nanny that is taking care of him during the day. And then for the rest of it, we are, Spencer and Elora and I are headed to Milan, Italy, where this clinic is that can treat her microcysts. And so what they're going to do, similar to sclerotherapy, which is where they injected the macrocysts to blow them up, create scar tissue. You can't put a needle in microcysts, they're too small. So what they do is they put her under general anesthesia. They'll insert metal rods in her face in the affected areas, and they'll essentially electrocute her face, opening those microcysts so that they can get the bleomycin and then closing them back up. And then the hope is that all the affected diseased cells will die. I'm praying and believing for complete healing from this condition, that she will either get 1 or 2 treatments, hopefully 1, while we're in Italy, and then we will come home and we will be able to schedule surgery again, and following that she will be able to have her trach taken out and her feeding tube taken out, and she'll be left with a really big scar and a really big testimony. All of it is really complicated. There's not a lot of people that have done it that have needed it, so there is definitely some just anxiety around the whole process. There's also a huge cultural difference between medicine in Italy than here. We're concerned about her levels of pain and managing her pain post procedure. So just please be in prayer for that. We plan to fly out on Tuesday night, and Elora doesn't have a passport yet, so we are getting her passport Tuesday morning, flying out same day. We will be in Milan Wednesday afternoon, and then she has her procedure 7:30 Milan time Thursday morning, and that's the first. They basically do follow-up care over the course of a week, and then evaluate to see if she needs a second procedure done. So I am super excited, super nervous, super grateful that we're able to go out of our way, go like to another country to seek out really the only care available for her for microcysts that can long-term be better for her. And we're just believing God for a miracle here. There's just like so many pieces. I'm just blown away all of the time by how much of a fighter she is, how far she has come, how much she has learned, the odds that she's beaten already. And so there's no one that we have found in like the English speaking world that has had both this procedure done and even just this procedure done, but this procedure done followed by surgery. So we're also praying that Elora's journey like paves the way for other people like her, and that healing will come for them too. And so just things about rare disease. We're stoked and nervous and worried and excited, and there's just a lot of emotions associated with it. We're grateful to all of you. Thank you for being part of this journey. Please be in prayer for us over the next week, especially in prayer for Colin and just his heart with his past. There's definitely just healing that has happened in our home, but we definitely also don't want to open any wounds from having previously left our home. So thank you all so much. I will update you as I can.